right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Thursday, the 18th of September, and through the magic of the internet, I am here with you. Well, telling you about one of my favorite wines, Barolo, of course, and well, I'm actually out on a cruise, cruising around the Italian peninsula with some of my wine drinking people, but I'll be back shortly. Don't you worry about that. We've got a lot of great wine drinking opportunities coming up in the month of October and to finish out the month of September. But vintage Barolo, that's one of my favorite things in the world, and I have had these wines in the store or in my warehouse for 6+ years since their release. These 2001 vintage has been aging and just waiting for the perfect time to drink them, and you could keep some of these wines another 5 or 10 years. 2001, an amazing vintage. Mauro Veglio, a great producer. I met Diana, his wife, at Vin Italy 2002, I think, was the first year, and then, I'd see her there every year and, say, God, I got to come out and see the vineyard. And then finally, a couple of years after I met her, I went out to see the vineyard. I believe it was 2004 or 5, because we were tasting the 2000 vintage, and then the 2001, she gave me a sneak preview of these wines before they were released. Absolutely fantastic. And I thought I would include for your reading pleasure a review of something that was put in the Wine Advocate about the controversy over 2000 and 2001. I think two outstanding vintages. Well, it's easier to remember the great vintages in Barolo rather than the bad ones, because rather the bad ones, there's only one, 2002, 2003, where they had a string of outstanding vintages, 1996 through 2001. And 2001, definitely more classic in style than 2000. I don't think we can take anything away from 2000. The Wine Spectator rated that vintage 100 points. And 2001, I think most of the producers like better because the wines have more structure, they have more elegance, they're going to be longer lived, which is one of the things that, old school producers love. And I don't want to call Mauro Veglio an old school producer because he is right next door to the great Elio Altare, one of the fathers of the new oak movement in Barolo. And these guys work their Arborina crew together, and I see some new oak barrels here at Mauro Veglio. Maybe not quite as much oak spice as Elio Altare, but he's got some fantastic wines. And like I said, Altare's wines tend to show a little oaky in the very beginning, but they have incredible balance as they age. One of my favorite producers in the Piedmont, so I can't take anything away from his use of oak, because I like the old school and the new school producers in Barolo, and the new school usually means oak and shorter maceration times on the skins to get less tannins out of there. But these wines have got wonderful freshness, and they have that classic textbook Barolo rose petal and tar that show up after they've gotten some age to them. These wines, when they're young, they do show a little bit of that oak spice in the nose. But these wines are 12 years old now, 10 years old, 11 years old, going on 12 years old. So they are really starting to drink nicely. We've got 4 different crus, which Mauro Veglio, not many people can boast to have 4 different crus. In the Arborina crew, which, like I said, is right next to Elio Altare, where they live, literally right next door to each other. And then we've got the Vineyards, and then Roque and Castelletto, 4 fabulous wines, all from the 2001 vintage. Oops, I'm sorry, we have one 1999 vintage wine on here as well. The Castelletto, just 6 bottles of that wine left. Another classic vintage in the Piedmonts. And these guys are a small, family-owned operation. Another reason we like to support them. Hey, we actually direct imported these wines for a little while. The new releases from these guys, outstanding as well. But man, you're going to pay just about as much for these older release wines that have been stored in perfect condition. Check it out. All of the Mauro Veglio wines in the store here on this offering. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.